Hey guys, it's Rift here, and I want to thank you all so much for 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 subs is something I would never have thought possible. I'm truly humbled, and honestly I don't know what to say. I understand that in the grand scheme of things, it's hardly an XQC or a PewDiePie or anything like that, but from the bottom of my heart, it really means a lot, and I want to thank you to everyone who left a comment on my recent community poll, basically saying congrats, you know, keep up the good work, all the rest of it. However, there were also a couple of you that asked me genuine questions regarding, you know, my YouTube journey so far, like things for the future, all that good stuff. So we're going to be going through those questions in today's video. And again, in future, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the community page or in the Discord server. Links are down in the description. Now let's get started. So from Echo, we have quite a few questions. What got you into YouTube? Honestly, it was quite a few things. I wish I could say, oh, I've always had a dream of becoming a massive YouTuber or something like that. And to an extent that is true, but it was mainly just watching how YouTube had a big impact on me when I was growing up, how I would have a shit day, I would come home, watch YouTube, and it would cheer me up. And I did want to get into YouTube for a while, but I never viewed myself as being good enough to do it. So I started Twitch streaming as it was kind of like an easier option, like, oh, you just click a button, you go live, interact with people, and do it that way. So, I mean, hell, if I knew back then in March 2020 that I could have been doing YouTube, then hell, we would probably have been going for 4 years instead of, 2 years, and who knows where we would be by now. But yeah, that's how I got into YouTube. If you had to go back to uploading content you used to make, what would you go back to? Oh, I would upload COD Zombies 100%, because at the end of the day, YouTube is a very niche thing where if you want to get anywhere on the platform, you can't do everything. So you have to have your niche and pursue it, and that's how you kind of get in the views and the subs and that kind of thing. At least from my experience, that's how it's worked. But Call of Duty Zombies to this day was still my most popular video, with like the worst perk in every COD Zombies game. That video has nearly 100,000 views, which is pretty insane, especially since I think I had like 500 subs at the time. So yeah, I would definitely go back and do COD Zombies content, especially with Black Ops 6 coming out this year. But other content is always on the table. I feel like I've already answered the third question with the second question, but yes, if Black Ops 6 turns out to be a great game, I would make a handful of content on it, and it may even reignite the flame for making other COD Zombies content. Maybe I'll at last get off my ass and make non-Treyarch content as well. What is your favorite color scheme? For example, black and red is your favorite? Oh, that is a tough one. I really like black and gold. I think black and gold is just a really fascinating combo. I think purple and black, basically anything in black goes really well together, like blue and black, green and black. That's just my kind of thing, and if I was to ever design a superhero, it would probably be black and gold armor. I just think that's such a cool combo. Shout out to blue and pink though, because every time I create a video game character, they have to have blue skin and pink hair. No exceptions. And then last one, nice and simple, apple juice or orange juice. I've always preferred apple juice, although very recently I've actually started taking a liking to orange juice, but nah, apple juice all the way. Let's start World War III in the comment section over this. From Phoenix, we have, how do you feel about Black Ops 6? I'm very skeptical about the game. I've not really enjoyed the last 5 Call of Duties we have, because I kind of consider Modern Warfare 2019 all the way to last year's COD, Modern Warfare 3, as kind of like being similar Call of Duties in principle, where they all play very similarly. They are kind of like Warzone expansions, that kind of thing. The only one that I legitimately enjoyed was Cold War, but it was by no means a fantastic COD. It was just the best of a bad bunch, like looking back in retrospect. I had a lot of fun with the game, but it was by no means the highlight of the Call of Duty series, so I really want to be proven wrong. I really want them to knock it out the park, but I am very skeptical, I'm afraid, and I don't have a lot of hope that it will be any better than the last 5 CODs. Still, fingers crossed. Mass Toxin asks, did you ever think your channel would reach the point where it has? No, not a fucking chance in hell. Like, when I started, I uploaded garbage quality content. Like, I promise you, like, I deleted my first ever YouTube video, but it was basically just a PowerPoint presentation with a bit of really cheesy music in the background. Like, yeah, I never thought I would reach this milestone. Not a chance. Do you ever think your channel can get to the point where you could profit from it? I mean, I technically do now. I mean, it's a small amount of money, but every little helps. And, I mean, I would like it to reach that stage, because at the end of the day, doing your hobby as a job is phenomenal, and it's the one thing that I would really love to do in life. Like, say, for example, going live and earning a bit of money whilst also interacting with you guys, you know, interacting with the people that have made me who I am today. That would obviously be a fantastic career choice, but I don't think it will reach that level anytime soon. The final question being something everyone can relate to, myself included. What do you suggest for someone having issues getting new subscribers? I've been stuck between 50 to 60 subs for over a year, and any suggestions would be very beneficial. Well, feel free to subscribe to literally everyone who comments these questions. It really means a lot. We're all a community at the end of the day. But I can only give you the same advice you've probably heard other people say. Just find your niche, find the thing that you like making videos on, make videos on them to the best of your ability, make YouTube shorts, you know, on the same topic. Just make a variety of content that all kinda are related to the same topic. So if it's a game, a film, you know, just that sort of thing will help you grow. I wish I could say there was a secret code that I cracked and it's why I'm here today, but honestly, it's just a lot of hard work and just talking about things you like talking about. Parrot Games, aka Jess, asks, what made you want to get into streaming? I mean, there was a plethora of things that made me want to get into it, but at the end of the day, it was COVID. Like, I was just bored during lockdown, and I was like, right, what can I do to take my mind off things? Well, I don't know how to do YouTube content, let's do live streaming. And you know what? It was really well. I mean, I wasn't an XQC or a Dr. Disrespect, probably for the best given the recent controversy surrounding the doc, but it really did help. I met a few nice people on Twitch. I would never really go back there. I don't think Twitch was the place for me, but I did meet a few of my really close friends from a while ago. And we've moved on to YouTube. We still do the live streaming, just not as often, and we do the YouTube content. So I'm very grateful, as weird as it sounds, I'm very grateful that a global pandemic happened so I could get into live streaming. Would you play, react, etc. to any other games? Oh yeah, loads. Like, there are so many games I would make content on if I knew it would actually perform well, but the harsh reality of doing YouTube is that when you branch out, you know, the algorithm shits itself, and unfortunately your content doesn't perform as well. It's a harsh reality of doing YouTube or Twitch or any of these online services. Oh, that third question's amazing, but I don't honestly know how to answer it. I would definitely make a game, I feel like, because I think the movies are just as good as I always thought they were. Like, I have a lot of nostalgia for the Spider-Man, you know, Sam Raimi trilogy. I wouldn't want to change those. Yeah, I would make a Spider-Man game. I think that would be awesome. I'd either make, like, a fully, like, 3D sandbox style game, kind of like the Insomniac games, or maybe I'd do something like, I don't know, a Spider-Man themed Angry Birds game or some shit. Like, maybe I'd just take the piss. Either way, I would 100% make a video game. Like, that sounds awesome. New Ultra Hero asks, what got you into Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 1. That got me into Spider-Man, and the rest was history. Instead of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, would you have preferred a Batman Beyond video game or Justice League video game? Bro, I would have taken Sonic 06 over that shit. Like, it's really not a hard bar to get over. Would it have been okay if the Transformers Bayverse ended with Dark of the Moon? I mean, it could have. I mean, it would have been a near-perfect trilogy, in my opinion. It would have had some pretty weird elements, like the stuff with the humans, but as far as trilogies go, it would have been pretty good. Probably better than the Dark Knight trilogy. That may be a hot take, and I think I'm gonna get crucified for that one, but it's just how I feel. Have you heard about the possibility that the writers of Morbius might be writing the script for the upcoming Transformers G.I. Joe movie? Fucking don't care, to be honest. Like, at the end of the day, I hope they learn from their mistakes and they get better at writing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad would it be if the people who worked on Morbius, Madam Web, were the ones who made Sonic 3? Again, I don't really give a shit. Like, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the writer's fault, because there is a lot of behind-the-scenes corporate shit. Like, for example, Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man 3, but it wasn't his fault that the film went to shit. It was Sony's trying to introduce Venom and introduce concepts that the writers didn't want. Like, it's not necessarily the writer's fault for things going wrong, you know, there's a lot of other things that go into it. In the same reason that Sweet Baby Inc., as much as people like to dog on that company, at the end of the day, it's companies higher up that hire them, so there's a lot more to it than that, and at the end of the day, I hope that they improve as writers, but I don't think the writers are solely to blame for a product being shit. Ultra Prime Enjoyer, are you excited for James Gunn's DCU? No, not excited in the slightest. Like, if I can be completely honest, DC products don't really interest me that much anymore. What kind of videos are we expecting next? I don't know, feet pics, hot tub streams, I don't fucking know. On a serious note, probably just more of the same, like maybe some like theory videos where I like answer a topic, break it down with like facts and information kind of thing. Kind of like the Was Spider-Man Nerfed videos. Obviously some debunk videos that you guys really like, and maybe some more gaming side of things, like ranking games or what have you. That could be pretty fun. Do you prefer Kane Parker or Ben Reilly as an alternate Spider-Man? I think Ben Reilly is probably my favorite, only because of how he was in the animated series. I just found that arc with, you know, Ben Reilly and Spider Carnage. I found that arc pretty satisfying. Generally speaking though, I don't really like either of them in the comics, but I just remember Ben Reilly fondly because of how it was in the animated show. And then Game Saying Official, I feel like I've already answered this question. Is there any content aside from Spider-Man happening in the future? Yeah, I would like to think so. Like, 7 Days to Die has come out of alpha finally, so I'd like to make some videos on that. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out next year, which I'm excited for. I'd love to make some content on that series. The Elden Ring DLC has dropped, it would be good to talk about Souls games again. And Black Ops 6 is coming out later this year. If the YouTube algorithm could behave itself and make those videos perform decently well, that would be very nice. But anyways guys, that's the end of the video. A massive thank you once again for 4,000 subscribers, you all are awesome. Feel free to join the Discord server down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on updates and live streams, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.